I'm going to be honest, there are a lot of Sundays I sit in church and I feel disconnected. It's not that I don't believe, it's not that I don't respect the teaching, but sometimes the way things are said or what's being said just doesn't hit me where I am. Like, I'm a husband, a dad, a guy who's trying to do the right thing at work, keep my house together, pay my bills, love people well, and not lose my mind. And sometimes I sit in Mass and I think, I wish someone would talk about that. Because what I hear often sounds like it's meant for someone holier than me, someone more devout, someone who never forgets to pray before meals and has a perfect theology degree in their back pocket. But I'm just trying to be faithful in the chaos. And I wish more church messages spoke into that. Like, what does it actually look like to follow Jesus when you're exhausted from work and kids and trying not to snap at your spouse? How do I pray when I can barely stay awake at night or my brain won't stop racing? What does holiness look like for a guy who struggles with anger or gets too distracted by money or forgets to pray until he's already halfway through his day? I'm not saying church is doing it wrong. There's so much beauty and tradition in the readings, in the structure of Mass, but I do think we need more voices that speak to where real life happens. I wish I heard more people say things like, hey, if you're not feeling it right now, you're not alone. If you're in a dry season, God is still with you. If you yelled at your kids on the way here, but you still showed up, you're doing something right. Because that's the world I live in. I'm not battling huge moral dilemmas every day. I'm battling exhaustion, distraction, discouragement. I'm fighting to stay kind, to stay faithful, to keep believing when the culture around me is saying, just why bother? So here's what I wish I heard more of. That it's okay not to have it all together. That struggling doesn't mean disqualifying you from holiness. That showing up, even with doubts, even with mistakes, is powerful. You know what would change the game? If guys like us, normal guys, felt like the church wasn't just a place to learn about God, but a place to be real with Him. If we were reminded that God's not waiting on perfection, He's waiting on honesty. He already knows the mess. He just wants to be invited into it. So maybe if no one else is saying it, I will. You're not failing just because you're tired. You're not less holy because you're not a theologian. You're not invisible in the church because you're not loud or super involved. If you're trying to love your family, keep your faith, and walk with God in a loud, distracted world, you're already in the fight, and that matters.